Hello, everybody. Andy Volker here to try some reeds. This is Saxophone Geek on YouTube. Um, it's a snowy day, as you can probably see in the backdrop, although it's getting kind of dark out there. Um, the best thing to do on a day after a gig during the snow is to have a little food and try some new reeds. All the reeds from the past weeks are starting to feel bad, poor, soft, and I've had a few saxophone player friends complain about the same thing. So I'm going to open it up, put in a few new reeds. I do a little of prep to the reeds, and I do try to adhere to breaking them in 5 or 10 minutes at a time when you first start a reed. I start by soaking them, as you can see, in a little water for not long, 5 minutes. Really shouldn't soak them that long. I do a little flat sanding on a piece of glass with notebook paper for the back, and it doesn't really take off much material. It just makes it smoother, which can make them vibrate a little better. And then they're ready to go in the water, and I'm going to play them for 5 minutes today. The kind of reed that they are is Regotti Gold 4 strong, which is like their 4 hard. I've been playing 4s for years. I've always played green box Van Doren Javas on tenor and alto and soprano around a 4. I don't play a huge mouthpiece. This is a soloist, but it's about 102. It's about a 7. It's not huge as far as the tip opening. So I like a hard reed. That's where I like to have the resistance. And I picked these up, and they play nice. We're going to see how these two that I just pulled out played today. I haven't played them yet, so you'll be in on the first playing of these two. And I would say that the 4 strong on these is a little softer than the Javas. What I do like about them is that they buzz fairly easily, and I'm able to get some good response out of them, even though they're soft. So that's sort of the deal. I'm hoping he gets in some that are a little harder. Maybe the 4.5 light I remember liking to get a little more of a stout feeling out of the reed. But they play all right. I haven't had too many that were bad out of this box, which is interesting. Sometimes the Van Doren Javas, the good ones are really great. I've always really been a fan of them. But the bad ones are really bad. So it's interesting to see that these are, I don't know, a little more overall playable out of a box of 10, you know. So stick around. I'm going to play a little bit on the reed that I played my gig this morning on, my jazz brunch, so you can hear what a broken in one sounds like. That's the first reed you'll hear. Stay tuned. Right, so I'm here with reed number 1 for today, reed 7 in my numbering system. This is, here we go. Let's see how it goes. got a really, maybe you can't hear it through the microphone, but in the room, it's got some good warmth and mids and lows. It's vibrating nicely. It's a little on the soft side. This is a reed that plays as is, doesn't need to be broken in, which usually means they don't last very long. And then because this is a little softer than what I'm used to, then they get that papery feeling and you're flubbing notes because the reed can't handle the air you're blowing. And that's the situation I don't want to be in. But yeah, so it plays pretty good. On to the next one. All right, here we go with reed number 2 for the day, numbered number 8 in my new numbering system. I like it. It's got a little more. It's a little harder than the other one. A little more rigidity, a little more meat to it. I like double register, and that middle E is promising. So I kind of like that feeling, and it should open up into a pretty good reed. So there you go. Those are the 2 reeds. If you let me know which one you liked, which one you thought sounded better. I'm trying to record through this thing here so that we get a good sound quality on it. But it's harder to hear me talk when I do that. So I've been switching between microphones. Maybe I can get a foot pedal. That would be cool. So if you like this sort of stuff and you have interest in it, I plan to be putting up more videos. So subscribe to Saxophone Geek. There'll be more stuff. I'm planning perhaps an interview series as well. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you like, and hope all your reeds run good and true. Thanks. All right, so another thing you should do reed care-wise, and you just keep saying these things, and hopefully we do them as well as say them, but you always want to rinse your reeds after you're done playing with them, just the same as you would swab your horn out, which I'm about to do. Take the reed off, put it in some water, and take some of the stuff that's getting into it, especially if you're breaking in the reeds, where this is day 1 for this guy. So I played them both for 5 minutes, and now they're going to get rinsed off and put away, and they'll get 10 minutes tomorrow, and then they should be good to go. But we want to make sure that we care for the reeds in a certain way. You don't have to do everything. Some people sand them and sing to them, and I've heard of people putting them in the freezer. I don't know what that does. But there are little things you can do to help at least try to make a reed last longer, and they do get results. And rinsing a reed, or at least soaking a little bit after you're done playing it, can be a good thing to do. So there you go. Thanks again for watching Saxophone Geek, and stay tuned for more.